Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I was due in Nashville, Tennessee, and as you can see, we are back here in my sheep paddock. I had thought I would build a giant recreation of the radio telescope that captured the moon landing, but then I decided, you know what, the park radio telescope is cool, but what I really need is just a big wheat farm, so I can get all the wheat out of the farm and into the sheep, and then make more sheep so I can get the wool, and then prank people by building giant rainbows and sculptures and stuff. So anyway, where I'm at right now is inside of that building. Process-wise, I've pretty much got this done, at least the first 2 floors. The 3rd floor is also a work in progress, but I will show you that shortly. Whoops. As you can see, the 3rd floor here has a bunch of wheat that has no way for water to fall down upon it except rain, which is great if you like not having water all over your crops. I do and I don't, personally. What I did, while I'm using do, don't, and did all at once, what I did, and didn't, was I put water here, water source blocks, above all of these different pistons, so that way when I pull the switch, that water there will fall straight down onto these pumpkins, which also light the crops, and then these are going to also be open, and that sweeps out the rest of the wheat down onto these pumpkins down here, which then sweeps all the wheat down into this shaft. And so hopefully, if this works properly, I can just hit this switch, and when I look up, you see stuff start to fall. Yeah, there it goes. Let's run up here real quick and see if we can catch it. I've never actually tried to race up here in time to see it happen, so maybe it doesn't work at all. So, as you can see, the wheat is starting to collect in here. Now, this center shaft won't actually begin delivering any wheat until I turn off the center shaft, or until I turn off these 2 water sources here. So we got all this water coming on down. If we go up here 1 level, you'll see what I mean. How that just falls onto the pumpkins right there, and then down the sides. So we come down here, we hit the lever again, and everything will begin flowing down toward the bottom here. We've got our interrupted flow of water. And bada bing, bada bang, bada boom, all the wheat starts getting delivered to this sign right here. Yay! And as you can see, I actually should put the wheat down here so that it shows up. This is going to be delivered in waves as it sweeps down bit by bit, which is kind of weird, but it works. So, lots of them little popping noises all at once. It's relatively easy to go reset. Some of these kind of glitch there, but that's not something to worry about. Pretty much to run up here and reset this, though, all I need to do is just hop here in my little background area, and then just run through and just plant all the wheat. And it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It's not the most sophisticated farm I've ever seen, but it does what I want it to do. And that's kind of what we're here to talk about today, is how do you get things to the point where they do what you want them to do, and then things just get done because of what you did. Now, when I was building this, I was in the process of getting my wisdom teeth and everything worked on and checked out, so I didn't really record myself building it because I figured that would not be fun for you guys. You might have seen there's one video where I'm in here and an Enderman attacks me, and I'm kind of muffled talking, and just recording myself talking all muffled for that, like, 15 seconds or 30 seconds ended up, like, cutting up my mouth pretty good, or reopening the wounds where the teeth got pulled, which was why I stopped making videos for a while right after that, because even though I was like, I think I can make mumbly videos that'll be funny, it's just like, ooh, this is literally opening wounds inside of my mouth. I would rather not literally open wounds. I would rather figuratively open wounds in the mouths of my enemies, or in their hearts. Not literally. Figuratively means like, you know, not for real, or for rizzle, for those of you who, you know, grew up on the street. So the current version of this does not end up affecting this row here. What I could easily do is set it up somehow that it actually just keeps going up with basically the same pattern again and again. I set up this basic pumpkin farm here just so that way I would have a way of getting light for my pumpkins, or pumpkins for my lights, or vices and verses. Either way, we are just going to hop down here, and we are going to dump this wheat in the chest, and we're going to move on to our real topic, which is iterative design. So I've got this wheat farm up here that I'm pretty happy with, but you know what? What I don't have? and what I'm unhappy with is mushrooms. I don't have a mushroom farm, so I'm going to talk a little bit about how I would step through the process of developing a mushroom farm. I've gone here and I've blocked off this whole front area here, and I'm going to run you through a few designs that I was thinking about. Now, the first one would be to essentially dig a trench like so. Looking pretty snazzy already. Everybody loves a good trench, you know. They were really popular back in World War II, and they're starting to make a comeback. But, okay. So, I've got this basic trench here, and then what I would do is I would dig an actual, like, third bit here. Because what I'm going to have is I'm going to have a bunch of sticky pistons that push out blocks that block the sunlight from hitting the mushrooms, right? Pretty simple, but effective. So, let's see here. So this is going to be the trench that I need for the redstone circuits that's going to run under the pistons. So we are just going to pull out redstone and sticky pistons. And I was thinking I would do one of these trenches along either side of the beautiful, you know what, for right now, let's just go ahead and put buttons here. Actually, no, I probably want to have those stick things. Dang it, I put my levers away. Why would I leave my levers? Of all the things to leave, those are the most alliterative to be left. So, lever, right there. So then, we can just come along this row here. Wait, why are those not sticking out? Really? Does redstone underneath these things not active? Dang it! Okay, so as I said, iterative design. You know, we gotta... Can you lay redstone on top of these? No. Iterative design! Let's figure out the next way. Okay, so new system is we are gonna have... I don't really like having exposed redstone everywhere, but... You know what, that's fine. We can just make all of this a little bit lower. We're just going to lower our trenches significantly. This is a mushroom farm. It's intended to be delightfully subterranean. So let's just get down here underneath the terrain and get this done, right? Everybody loves that. You know, they make submersible vehicles. They should make subterranean vehicles. They make all-terrain vehicles. You think that set would include subterranean. But either way, so this goes out here. Really? Really? This is how this works? Redstone? See? Iterative design. You can't just assume whatever you do the first time will work. How the heck did I do this on these other ones? Oh my goodness. This is... Okay, now I just feel stupid. Because I know that I've literally done this, you know, 15 times. Well, not literally there in that case. But several times in this process. So, how do these pistons get powered? Okay. So, we have redstone that seems to be diagonally above the... Really? Okay. So, that's how we're going to do this. Redstone that goes diagonally above, and I gotta go to sleep now, because it is Betty Bye time in Joe Hill's land. Dang it, stupid son. How dare you be so diurnal? Your astronomical cycle is astronomically bothersome. But, yeah. Anyway, let's just... Oh, good, it's not really nighttime. I'm glad that optical illusion of everything getting dark was just my tunnel vision kicking in after I'd been struck in the head. Next problem. So, it looks like if we wanted to have these pistons activate here, we could dig further again. Oh, there we go. So, there. Well, that's fine, because it'll be easier to cover with stuff, you know, later. So we just dig all this out. We don't want mobs to be able to spawn down here, so we're going to have to cover all this up again. But no worries, we are all good. Okay, that was also intentional. Clearly, I'm intentionally making a fool of myself to demonstrate what not to do, students. And I think that mushrooms pretty much grow on anything, and I'm sure you will write in when that is not the case, as it will undoubtedly be. But, okay, so, what we are going to do is we are going to place all of these pistons, because they are hilarious, and they seem really scary when they do that. And I'm probably going to need to build a new way out of this. There we go. Now, what we're going to do next is we are going to place beautiful little baby mushrooms down here. And so my initial thought was to place a mushroom. Can you not even place a mushroom in sunlight? Is that what's happening? Okay, so I can't place mushrooms yet. Well, that's fine. We will go ahead and put our dirt blocks in. And so once these are out of direct sunlight, I should be able to plant Really? What the heck? I can't place dirt block. Okay. So yeah, it seems like the sunlight is causing me some trouble there. Wow, I thought I was going to talk to you about iteration, like using stuff that I learned before making this video. But apparently I'm teaching you iteration while playing the video. So anyway, I kind of initially thought I would put in like a mushroom there and then kind of let them spread. And then when they'd spread, I would hit that, and then I'd run over here and I'd pick up the popped out mushroom. But what I'm realizing is several-fold. So for one thing, I'm going to have to block the sunlight entirely here just to be able to plant the mushrooms in the first place, right? So not ideal, because now this is tall enough that stuff could start spawning. So I was going to plant these every few blocks and give them room to expand out, right? Okay. Dang it. And then we hop up here, and we close that so that no mobs can spawn inside of there. Now that seems awesome. You're thinking to yourself, yeah, no mobs will spawn. Wonderful. Well, so then I was thinking, okay, well, what I'm going to want to do then is have a good way to harvest these mushrooms. And so I know I can hit the switch here. And you know what I'm probably going to want to have is an actual stairwell that really goes down there. And so then I can just walk down there whenever I want and pick up all the mushrooms, which have apparently popped out by themselves just from the pistons being activated. What? How does that happen? Let's try that. Let's verify that. Okay, so that went in. Now, piston... Okay, so that's still there now. But if we go over here and pop this out, hit the switch. Interesting. Even without the sunlight, that just pops out from being near something that pops out. Okay, so the next thing that I was going to do was I was going to set this up so that water would actually start pushing these, and I'd have these built on either side. And then I realized, well, wait, if water comes in and pushes these away, like, for example, if I had water come out down here, right? So it's just going to carry away all the mushrooms. Well, no, apparently it's not going to go that far, so that's good to know. But if it's going to carry away all the mushrooms, then I'm going to have to reseed all the mushrooms, which is not ideal either. So what I really want to do here is to have essentially locations throughout here that the starter mushrooms can be in. So I've got my, like for example here, red mushroom, and then I put in like, oh, let's vary it, brown mushroom, boom, varied, everybody's excited, brown mushroom. So then, if I had the water here, like so, and I drop the water here, like so, using my water dropping. Okay, well, okay, so that was not intended to sweep into here and pull out all of the other mushrooms. I thought that if you had a hole for water to go into, it would not, you know, go in any other direction. So let's experiment with that again. So we put this here. Maybe I just had it too far away. Yep, it's still too far away. Oh, and this was an exceedingly poor decision because now it's difficult to get up to there. So, Another mushroom goes here. We are going to try it like this. Now, I guess the problem here, though, is we start getting into a point where even with these things closed... Wait, is that going to make them pop out, though, when I... Oh, okay, so the cedar ones, we have also learned, cannot be under the pistons. They're going to have to go on this side. Excellent, still learning. That's fine. So, let's go ahead and, in the very least, we're going to go ahead and pull out these pistons here as unusable because they are just, the water's not going to carry the things far enough. So, then we're going to run back up here. We're going to grab this bucket. And I was hoping, to kind of talk about, like, other iterative things while I worked on this. Like, talking about how creatively when you draw, you do other stuff. But now I'm just really distracted by all the functional problems with this design. So, anyway, instead of having it with the extra mushrooms over on that side, I can just have the extra mushrooms, the cedar mushrooms, if you will, right here on this wonderful side. So we put these all here, and then we just, if we drop the water there, does it sweep any of them away? For some reason, it keeps sweeping that one away, the one closest there, and I'm not sure why that is. If we knock out another one of these yet, does that make any difference? Yeah, it does. Okay, so now it's no longer going in that one. So we've learned that at its most, we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pistons here before we have to step down and vary our design. So if we like, we can step down those pistons after the 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then we grab the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th here. And we are just going to knock these down a level. Okay, like so. And this, of course, can only go well across the board. There's no doubt in it. We're going to bring out our pistons here. Now, we're also going to have to, of course, lower our redstone. But, nothing can go wrong adjusting your redstone either. So here we are with the first 3 pistons. 5, 6. Wrong piston. Okay. Bring out some more blocks. Look, this is so easy a child could screw this up. That child is me with my wonderment. So, okay. So now we've actually got this going all the way across here. What we're going to want to do, though, is at the end of the redstone here, we're going to want to have that actually activate the bucket of water, which should be mounted in the wall somehow. So, we are just going to come under here. This is completely safe being underneath the fence like this. So, let's go ahead and put a normal piston like so. Whoops. Normal piston. Whoa, that was unintentional. Well, that's good to know that powers even, yeah, like that. Whoops. This way? No. Okay. So, things that are not going well also include this piston. But, okay. So, if we put the water set up somehow... Well, actually... Bloop. What's the best way to do this? We'll run this redstone down to here. And we actually probably want a NOT gate for it, just so that it inverts properly. And oh no, it's getting late. Time to go inside and rest again. That means this video's taking too long. Ah! Extra pistons. Did something just explode? I don't know. Sometimes I hear noises and I can't tell if they're in my apartment or outside my apartment or in the game. Hopefully something exploded in the game, but nothing too expensive or fancy, because I don't have enough stuff, clearly. Okay, so, iterative design. Just going to bring this around here. Get a redstone in. Put that there. Set up our torch. Not that one. Wrong torch. So, now, we have a piston that is not firing. when all this other stuff happens, right? Good. That's what we want. We just don't want it there. We probably want it, here. So, now we just drop the water right in here, like so. And hopefully, okay, that water was now too far away for everything, and it just flooded everything the wrong way. Not the way we wanted at all. And it ruined everything. So, we know the water has to be closer than that, but we already knew that, and then I didn't have anything figured out properly. Let's try this again. So this time the water is not going up into these little crevasses, which is wonderful. And now this one is too high, so we're going to have to lower it. That's okay. We are just learning up a storm here. Just like that X-Men woman. So, boom. Drop in a little bit more of this in. Right here. Excellent. Everything is going smoothly. Okay, well, I don't know why that's not working better. That's a bad sign. Oh, it's because that is now blocking that. Okay, so this one might not be allowed to be a piston. We might not have a piston to go there. Oh, but if there's no piston there, how will it stop mobs from spawning, you're asking? I haven't figured that out. That's a good question. Well, we could always make a half slab, which is, a fancier kind of slab. But first we got to get rid of some stuff and use our wonderful crafting bench to do that. So, half slab time. Secret half slab recipe. 3 fancy sandstone, and then 1 stupid sandstone slab. That's the worst possible sandstone recipe. So, we are going to turn this block here into a slab. And the water... What? What just hit me? Oh, I'm starving! That is bad. That is very bad. We are going to unstarve ourselves to death. And we're going to try and figure out a good way to let the water all the way down through that thing. Okay, what the heck? This is the block that was getting stuck on. Oh, because that's not going to let... Okay, so what we're going to do instead is put the slab at the bottom of that one. Oh, but that'll stop all the stuff from coming through, won't it? I don't know. Let's find out. Learning. But yeah, I kind of really think that that'll... I think all the mushrooms might get caught in there, though. So if we have that... Well, that mushroom got out, at least. But yeah, that coal and that mushroom... Dang it. Okay, so clearly this is a very poor early design. But I was going to get to my next point. So we've got this thing that we basically have working. The water here should not be hooked up to an inverter, I'm now realizing, because that completely breaks the design and makes it worthless. So yeah, there's that as well. Gonna have to set up a second inverter. Oh no! And that's how we redstone all of the redstone everywhere. So we're just going to put this right back here. There we go. Wonderful. Dang it, redstone, just work. Okay. So, the new plan, I think we could actually bypass an inverter entirely. I think that there's enough redstone energy here that this should work. Does that work? No, it runs out right there. Dang it. Okay. So, new plan would be to get a repeater and to throw this in here. But, better new plan I've got an entirely separate, more compact design that does basically the same thing. It grows mushrooms. And I'm going to show you how that works real quick. So pretty much I start with a big open area like this. Then I put a mushroom down. Oh, wow, this doesn't really work at all because it can't happen in the shade. Well, what if I put one down right here? Really? This was supposed to be a video where I built something insanely complex, and then I just, like, did better with using a basic mushroom that did not have, you know, all of the parts of this. But I'm realizing if I can't even plant mushrooms here, well, I guess I'm gonna have to go down this cave, right? Well, that sounds safe. Oh, this is a spooky cave. Ah, okay, that's just a pig. Oh, he's lost. This cave is too small. Unacceptable. Stay down there, pig. You're unwelcome wherever I'm going. Okay, new plan. Wow, the contrast here was supposed to be, look, hours of effort building this crazy thing to seconds of effort to planting a single mushroom and then growing it. Okay, this might be a viable spot. So I plant a mushroom here. Really? Ceiling's too low. Wonderful. We're just gonna knock out some of this. Nothing could possibly go wrong over here. This is a friendly, happening place. Where I am. Nothing ever goes wrong where Joe Hills is. We all know it, right? Put that there. No! My joke is ruined. Also, I'm really worried about creepers down here. Because, seriously, there's creepers come out of here all the time at me, and I just haven't bothered to light it up. Don't come get me, creepers. I'm busy building the thing. Really, this seems like it would be the perfect size. I cannot express how infuriated I am. Anyway, let me tell a story. So, I was at 3 panels at Kineticon, because I have nothing else to talk about, because that's all I've been doing for the last few weeks. And, one of them was with Andy Buchanan, talking about Minecraft as a medium, which was fun, because we got to talk about Minecraft, and everybody was way more interested about hearing about, like, what we thought about the new updates, or whatever, than about, like, actual using Minecraft as an art medium. But that's cool, too, because at least people were glad to see us. We had, like, 100 people show up, maybe, for that panel. I was on a drunken web cartoonist panel with a bunch of other people who were also drinking, and I wasn't originally supposed to be on that one, but Lindsay Small invited me from the, from Batman Spider-Man, and, you know, everybody likes her, so since she did it, you know, nobody complained. There's a way to make a mushroom farm here. What am I missing? Okay, here is the new plan. The new plan is not to do this out here, but instead, I can just build a big shelf. I can build a covering that extends off of my existing building that is really high up. So we're just going to go really high up over here. This was going to be really funny when this only took me moments to go, oh, look at this other thing I built. It's the same basic concept, except way easier. And then I put down a mushroom on the ground and grew it. That was the idea. Okay. So, big shelf here. So there's my midpoint. And we are just going to pop these out here like so. And this should provide me with just enough shade, I'm hoping, to be able to actually, you know, not have the sky interfering with my beautiful, delicate plans of mushroom farming. And so, there we go. And I might want to put a torch up here. Oh, wait, I have already wasted all of them on other stupid things. That was almost really stupid itself, but, you know, whatever. So, okay. Also, it's now nighttime, so can I just plant these anywhere now that it's nighttime? No. Lame. What the heck? There we go. Boom. Quick and easy mushroom farm. Even better. And then I can look at how many mushrooms I can harvest. It's a lot. I'm not even counting them. Because they're brown mushrooms and therefore worthless. But, like, seriously, lots of mushrooms. And this is going to be full of creepers if I don't immediately run inside. So, let's do that. Yay. So, the moral of the story is you can build a really complex farm and have it be really fun to build and be really proud of it. But then at the end of the day, when you try to record it and then record something else that's funny, it might not actually work. It might be a fool's errand to try to record this. I use the word errand because it has the word air in it, which is very human. Much like me, who is not at all a cyborg who is sent here to destroy you through the power of mind bullets, or whatever those yaks have that Tenacious D is always on about. Either way, I think that this idea down here, though, isn't the worst design ever. If I got an actual repeater in there and had it really set up, it would be okay. You guys might not love it, but it would at least kind of pretty much work. So, like, you know, for example, if I just put this here, and then I had, I guess, what would be the way to do this? If I put, then, this here, and then I had the redstone go up there and then down, or something. There's a way to do this where it's not actually stupid. It's like, look, Joe's actually intelligent sometimes. Don't tell anyone. They might get scared of Joe, of course. So, okay, so now that's actually equally unpowered or equally powered, I'm hoping. Yay. Okay. So, as long as I can figure out how to fix this part down in here so mobs don't spawn, or even if just one mob spawned, would I really care that much? No. I'm probably going to actually use this just because I'm too lazy to do the other thing where I go in and, you know, press all the buttons and stuff. So, oh, wait, I know those ones are going to pop out. And so we're just going to hop over here and plant. Where is the end of this row? That like so. Okay, so I was going to sign off earlier. I probably should sign off now. I just wanted to let you know that it's really fun to make things and to keep trying them in different ways, but you already knew that because you play Minecraft. Okay, so, wait, does the water never release now? Wait, dang it. Ugh. So the water should now release. Stupid redstone. Okay, so it looks like you actually have to have this go like this almost. So it would go like that, and then I'd come through here, and I'd put this here. Whoa, put that there. What I really should have done was just gotten one of them, like, compact repeaters that everybody's such big fans of, but... Okay, either way, bada bing, look at this. See, we got our seed mushrooms are still in play. We got our mushroom pop-out things that'll pop out when they're supposed to. If a creeper spawns inside of here, whatever, I'll go hit him with a sword or something else. I probably want to put that there, though, just so stuff doesn't shoot out at me. Now I can put all the lights and whatnot that I want over top of this, and things basically won't spawn inside. But this awning here, which actually looks incredibly stupid, is probably the superior mass production mechanism. So, anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee, telling you to keep adventuring because building and farming is tedious. Yay! Also, I'll see you in Birmingham, Alabama if you're coming down to PlayOnCon, because I gotta plug that again and again and again and again. Stupid duckbill. Dumb duckbill building. Duck building. Bleh. Fixing that later. I should make a baseball cap that goes on top and then have the bill. That would be the optimal solution, guys. Yeah, you have a baseball cap on top of your building, And the building bill, or double billin', would actually provide a mushroom growing area. That's the solution. Next problem. Keep adventuring.